So you just got paid. Now what? These are the top 5 financial habits to do when you get paid, or how to automate your paycheck routine. Habit number 1 comes straight out of The Richest Man in Babylon. Pay yourself first. The goal is 10% of your paycheck automated so you can dollar cost average inside something like a Roth IRA, buying something like the S&P 500 index fund. We just want to match the market. Tony Robbins talks about how it's not about timing the market, it's about time in the market. The reason this is habit number 1 is because we want to take advantage of something called compound interest. Simple interest is like gaining 3% a year every year, but compound interest is getting that interest put back into the original amount, so it gets a little bigger and a little bigger and a little bigger until eventually we're making big money. How do you turn this on? There's something called DRIP, Dividend Reinvestment Plan. You want to go into your Roth IRA, look for Dividend Reinvestment Plan, and turn that on. What that does is every time you get a dividend from one of your stocks, it will buy more of that same stock or holding. So next time you get a little bit more interest, a little bit more dividends, and it grows a little bit. And that happens again and again and again and again until it takes off like this hockey stick effect. Exponential growth is what we're looking for. Here is an example of the power of compound interest. Man number 1 saved $1,000 a year for 10 years at 8% interest. Man number 2 saved the same $1,000 a year for 3 times as much, 30 years, but he started a decade later at age 35. By the time they both reached 65, even though man B invested 3 times as much, man A made more money because he had more time in the market. Time in the market is more important than how much you invest in some cases. So that's why this is habit number 1. Even if you have a little bit of money, if your income is low, if you just got out of college and you're getting your first jobs, you have a lot of time ahead of you for the little bit of money to compound. So you want to take advantage of that as soon as possible so that it could spend more time compounding. You want to be man A, not man B. Habit number 2, pay off high interest debt. In this case, compound interest is working against you. If you have credit card debt at 18%, then it's compounding negatively at 18% against you. So you're having to pay more and more money, and it can get to the point where you can never pay it off at all. You have to file bankruptcy. The goal is 10% of your paycheck and having this automated. And we want to attack the highest interest first. This is the one that's the most expensive, the one that's costing you the most. So we want to get rid of that first. Habit number 3, I learned from Ramit Sethi. I will teach you how to be rich. Great book. This is the book I have gifted the most. Highly recommend. He talks about building an emergency fund, and he shows you how to systematize it, how to automate it so that it's automatic. You don't have to think about your investings or your savings. And Morgan Housel in The Psychology of Money also talks about how when you build a savings fund, then it gives you peace of mind and you can think clear and take more risks, take bigger actions. He talks about creating a peace of mind buffer. The goal is 1 year worth of your living costs, and I wouldn't recommend too much more than that because inflation is crazy right now. So you're going to be losing money if you have it in cash. Once you have a year's worth of your living costs, you could start to put the excess into investments or actually use the money instead of having it just be stagnant and getting eroded by inflation. It's much better to invest that money. That's why I don't recommend much more than a year's worth of living cost. I recommend about 5% of your paycheck after taxes going to this emergency fund. And again, automated. You don't want to have to think about it. That's the secret. That's the psychology trick, because you set up the system once, and then it continues to work for you forever. Habit number 4 is set up a learning fund. The goal of this learning fund is to increase your learning power. Let's say we put 5% of our paycheck after taxes into this learning fund, and then we use that money to gain more income-producing skills. Then we're able to take advantage of that compound effect. As your learning fund grows, your skills grow, your income grows, and then that gets put back into your learning fund. And now you have more money in your learning fund to continue increasing your earning potential. Alex Hormozy talks about how you should invest in the S and Me 500, and that is investing in yourself first. Warren Buffett says that the best investment you could ever make is in yourself. And all of these greats are saying this for a reason. You need to be able to invest in yourself to grow your earning potential indefinitely. You never want to stop growing your earning potential. You want to be making more and more forever. And this is one of the ways that you do it. And finally, habit number 5 is give it away. You can choose whatever percentage you want here, but the goal is to build generosity and to build an abundance mindset. You want to show yourself that even if you give money away, you still have money left over. And that way you change your psychology, you're thinking about the money. And you can give it away to whoever. You can give it away to your mother or your grandmother, your children, your church, your favorite charity. Doesn't matter. The goal is to give some of it away to build your abundance mindset. And these are the top 5 financial habits to do when you get paid.